The Bloodline. I have been following this game for a long time and WoW has its blossommed. The developer has been very active and communicative throughout the whole process and is actively working with the community to improve things every step of the way. There are many good elements of this title. For me, namely the character abilities, skills, options really create a good environment to explore and adventure. There are many different classes that you can pour your skill points into, but you are not pigeonholed down that one path. Rather, you can grab skills from any different class that you desire on level up and even find some skills out in the world. This creates a very unique experience that any player could thrive in their own playstyle. There is something for everyone. Very early first impression before I ran off to work today it absolutely feels like a present project with seemingly a neat engine and physics to it that make my initial impression of it positive. There is definitely already a fair amount of jank with the options and controls, as a lot of keybinds are not shown in the options, or don't actually change when you change them, or conflict with other keybinds you didn't know exist until trying it out as they are not listed. Then something that always annoys me is the inability to select dialog options with numbers and having to manually click them in awkward to me, as well as not being able to close a lot of menus with escape or other keybinds and having to manual click them is just not very use friendly. I am also not sure that the game wants to stick with the right resolution, as that in the game felt more blurry than it should be at full screen with dynamic resolution disabled and on epic settings. Apart from slaying monsters, looting chests and fun quickly epic events, there are plenty of vehicles to break up the time with and ultimately help your character roleplay. You can pose as a blacksmith for instance, mining on the rural coal and get materials to craft into weapons. Similarly, you can become an engineer to craft all sorts of gadgets, bombs, drones and more. You can cook, you can craft potions, you can build a town. You can learn runes, you can join guilds, communities. There are so many options beyond the combat and running around, and little treasure or surprises await in most forms of exploration. Because I hope that there is a more than one asset clicking single dev behind this. On the one hand, with very obvious bugs, you think to yourself, dude, really? On the other hand, you can see where the path is going and there are things that you can do wrong as a dev, which were done right here anyway. Here is no modder behind it who could like to dev and sells you magic beans. The positive things you can read in the same description, the negative unfortunately partly extremely noticeable. After each death, Lord, etc., you cannot use your skills and weapons. Best to draw first with the T weapon. There are many and so many bugs. Many and many small as well as large. Quest and PC are also completely different, that one is customed not it normally. There are one wonders just. They're only coder or also players. Because the will already exists, do not reinvent or do not opposite of the standard. It lacks content without end. The map is much too small. Almost all houses are inside without decoration. The list is extremely long. A lot of hard work that is missing. But as said, there seems to be some with skills and vision behind it. Let's see if he can do it. I like to support him, I just hope to make the game also finish and listens a little to the community with the quest NPCs. The Bloodline scratches an itch that I have solved after for a while. As of writing this, it is in early access, so I'm sure there will be much more progress as time goes on, but it already shows huge potential. It is a simple and fun game to play if you enjoy a fantasy title, magic, character progression and unique abilities, other RPG titles, and running around a cool world.